Hi, I'm Ellie. I am 19 years old and I love fashion. Fashion to me is a way to express myself and to show the artsy side of me since I'm an art student. Because social media is a very interactive part in my life, I believe that it influences me and how I look and how I want to style myself.
Fashion is just your truest representation of yourself through clothes. Aesthetically, I think my fashion sense is simplistic, affordable, minimalistic. Being the introvert that I am, I've always used fashion to more express myself when I couldn't do it verbally.
If I see something on Instagram, that can be like an influencer to what I would wear next.
Fashion means a lot to me because back in like the old days or like when I was really young, I wouldn't really care. I would just wear like sweatpants and stuff. I started dressing more like people I saw on Instagram and started getting more like known for it. I do have expensive taste. My average look might cost around, depending on retail or resale, how much I buy it for, can go from up to 200, maybe to 600, 700 plus, around there. Social media definitely had a big influence on what I wear and like my expensive taste. Every time I see like something on Instagram, it's usually expensive for higher end brands.
My look usually costs around it can range from like 100 to 300. I usually don't have an expensive taste, but usually if I can incorporate that, like an expensive piece into my look, it just makes it that much better. But I think that an expensive piece isn't necessary for a good looking outfit. You can have an outfit that just goes for around $75 and still display your personality easily.
My average look would probably cost around 200 just because shoes cost. Definitely there's a big variation in terms of I do sometimes splurge in nicer brands, but then also I thrift a lot. Almost every day there's something that I thrifted in my outfit. So my fashion taste in 3 words would be diverse, comfortable, and sporty. My fashion inspirations would be Bella Hadid and Kendall Jenner because I feel like they kind of cover the spectrum of my style. They have a lot of looks in terms of street style where it's very comfortable and sporty, then also on the other end red carpet looks. At 19, I know what my fashion identity is now, but I think it's very vulnerable to change because I know that probably at 12 and 14 I thought I had my fashion identity and I don't dress anything like I did then.
In terms of fashion inspirations, I don't really have specific people, but I tend to get inspired by a broad variety, more of outfits I just see that look cool. If I had to describe my own personal fashion aesthetic, I think I'd say it's a mix of streetwear and prep. I'm personally from Georgia, so I see a lot of preppy wear, frat attire, and it's really great and it's a very classic style, but largely I do tend to dress more in a streetwear manner as I am right now. One big thing about fashion is there's a big focus on brands, especially when it comes to streetwear. Know that you don't need to have specific brands to be able to dress well. Fashion is more about the composition of your outfits and pieces and what you're trying to present. It's kind of the same as art, where it doesn't matter what medium you might be using, whether you're using expensive paint or cheap paint, the story you're telling is what matters more so. And it's the same with fashion. The story you're telling with your outfit is what really matters. And people will notice that a lot more than whatever specific brand you might buy.
A tip for people who want to find their fashion identity is to just keep looking all over the internet and your surroundings. Just get inspired and wear the clothes that feel most comfortable to you.
Don't completely base the way you dress off of other people's, but incorporate what makes you you into those styles.
At the end of the day, the goal with fashion is to just express yourself and be you.
I'm 19 and fashion is how I show the world who I am.